Child, I don't know what's going on with our sound effects. Look, there we go. Hey y'all, happy Wednesday to Reinvention of Fun here, and this is the Wealthy Wednesday show, and I'm so excited to have you guys here as we do each and every Wednesday, darling. We get an opportunity to hear from some amazing men and women who are impacting the world with their words. And we have another amazing guest that's going to be here today. But listen, before we get started, do me a favor. If you are watching in the chat, if you are live with us right now, live and in action, I need you to go ahead and type in that chat space what city and state you guys are chiming in from. Let us know. I see we have one of our early birds in the house. Tashi is in the house from Knoxville, Tennessee. But go ahead and put in the chat where you guys are chiming in from. Also, do me another favor. Give us a thumbs up if you can. That would be so amazing. And make sure that you subscribe to the channel. This is on our YouTube channel. If you want to see any of our replays of the show, any of the shows, you can go to authorallstars.com. Okay. Well, look, I'm going to go ahead and play a little commercial because, I just want to play a little commercial for y'all. And then we're going to get back and bring on our guest speaker of the day. So let's get into this commercial break. Hello, authors. Listen really quick. This is a quick commercial, darling. Listen, if you are an author and you're trying to leverage your book so that you can grow your speaking, coaching, or network marketing business, I have a free training for you. Every Thursday, we have our Book Profits session that you can plug into. This is a free session where I'm literally showing you guys, and I'm live, how to be able to turn your book into at least 3 streams of income. My goal is to show 1,000 authors who want to generate at least $10,000 a month. Some want to do a day, some want to do a week, but at least $10,000 a month, how to be able to work 2 to 4 hours a day and make that happen. But you got to join the session so I can show you our system. Okay, so go to bookprofitssession.com. The worst that can happen is if you don't like it, you got a free training. So register and I will see you guys there. Bye. You know what I'm saying? So plug into the free training. And again, we have some more people that are joining us. Shout out. If you're watching on Facebook, y'all, come on over to the YouTube channel so that we can see your name, because this is what it looks like. We can't see your name. Or if you are in the Facebook group, go ahead and comment what your name is. But we see we have Jacksonville here. We also have Risa in the house. Thank you so much for plugging in. And make sure anybody, if you're watching live, even if you're watching the replay, go ahead and put your city and state. Well, listen, I'm going to go ahead and introduce our speaker of the day. Okay, I am so excited because I want to introduce you guys to none other than this incredible young lady, Jecara Rivera, and she is the CEO of Empower You. I like that name. Now, as a coach, keynote speaker, and author, her mission is to empower, inspire, and equip individuals and corporate teams to discover their inner power, overcome adversities, and work fearlessly towards achieving their personal and professional goals. Jecara earned her MBA at Webster. I'm about to say Webster, y'all, forgive me, but Webster University, and a BS in finance from the University of Central Florida. In addition, she is a certified success principles trainer and was mentored by Jack Canfield. Now, if y'all don't know who Jack Canfield is, honey, y'all need to go watch The Secret. That is a big deal. She is out of Orlando, Florida, area where she enjoys family time with her husband, her 4 children, and her grandson. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to give it up for none other than Jecara Rivera. Yes.
Hey.
So hello. Oh, let me turn off the block. Hey girl, what's going on with you today? How you doing, Jecara?
I am enjoying today. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited about the topic today because this is what I live and breathe, is helping people overcome. And that's what I've done in my life. And I can't wait to share with your audience today.
Well, I love it. Well, and in fact, today's title is, Are You Your Own Glass Ceiling? Now, we got a subtitle to this too, but just hearing your own glass ceiling, that means so much to me because I definitely know how that feels to be looking through the ceiling and know that you deserve to have so much more. But before we get into all of that, because you gave us, your titles and your the accolades and stuff, but how did you get to where you are today, where you are working with individuals to bust through those glass ceilings?
Yes. Now, I help young professional women to navigate their corporate careers as well as to parent guilt-free. My heart and passion is really to help people empower them really to create a work life plan that works for them, their priorities based on their personality. Really, it came from a sense of knowing where they came from. I started out as a teen mom and a single mom, and now into a blended family. I know how hard it can be. So, through all my trials and tribulations, I wanted to be able to give back and share how I made it this far, how I went through a 20-year career, as well as own my own business, have these 4 kids, and did it all. But I want to make sure that people do it the right way and not based on what they see out there, social media, and comparing themselves to others.
Honey, girl, you got to be very careful with social media because it's very easy to get, like what I like to say, get caught up in the sauce. And so I agree with you on that for sure. Now, I know that with your journey, it has led you into wanting to work with women. But what was the moment for you where you said, you know what? Because of everything that I've experienced and what I've gone through, this in fact is what I want to help other people. What led you to be passionate of being able to work with women and young women, correct? So what made
Yes,
you
yes.
decide to get into that space with the professional ladies?
How that came about is really being mentored myself, being in a corporation that's really big on leadership and setting people up for success. Mentorship was the big thing. And I realized that you can either learn by mistakes or you can learn by mentors. And when you learn by mentors, you shave off years of of a learning curve that you would typically have. I also, through that process, being mentored myself, realized all I need to do is turn around and help those that are coming after me. So, being in a position of leadership, people tend to see you and they're like, "How did you do that? Oh, it looks so easy for you." And I love to be real and say, "Nah, boo, it was not easy." But I'm able to then be authentic and be able to share with them how they can show up to work to be their whole selves and know that they've got a family at home or they have life and business and personal pursuits as well as want and desire to move up in the company. How do you do it all? So being able to just share that again, seeing it for myself through my mentorship, but learning how to turn around and mentor others. So being in a position of I got to grow, I've got to learn, I want more, and I need to see a way to get it done. I want to be that light for others.
I love it. And that's powerful too. I will tell you that I know for a fact the reason why I'm in the space that I'm in today is also because I had a coach. And at the time, like I had no idea what coaches were. In fact, I remember going to my first conference. Like I'd never even been to like a personal development conference. I had already started making
Mm,
some income, but when I went, I realized, you know what? This is what I know one day that I want to do because I love this feeling that I'm feeling in this
mhm.
environment. So now you've made a decision and you have made this your mission to be able to help women who are in the professional space, whether it's career or business, to break through that glass ceiling. But let's talk about it, Jakara, because right now, you might have some ladies that said, you know what, this sounds like something I need to listen to. Let me lean in because I'm trying to break through. I know I deserve more, but what you saying, it may sound similar, but for real, what I need to know is why am I not breaking through? So what have you seen have been reasons that keep people or hold them back from actually breaking through that glass ceiling?
Oh, awesome question. And we think about what exactly is a glass ceiling. In corporate spaces, when you hear the word glass ceiling, it really is and it's a real thing. There, in some companies and organizations, there's a glass ceiling, meaning as a woman, there's only so far you can go. As a person of color, only so far you can go because the leadership or management may not like different, diverse. They're not being very inclusive. So there's only so far you can go. And that can become that might be systematic. That might be how the corporation was run, or the good old boy system is still intact where you might be working. So those things are real, and I don't want to discount that. Other times, the glass ceiling might be you. So when I'm coaching and I'm mentoring others, I'd like to peel back the onion and really understand why haven't you gone out for that promotion? Why haven't you gone for that next job promotion? Why haven't you made boundaries in your personal life where you're trying to achieve a goal and that others are holding you back? So the things that typically hold us back is, and I've mentioned it before, is comparison. We're looking at the next level and we realize, I don't think I'm ready yet. And we block ourselves from even going forward. If we see a job description, there's 10 items on there, and we only hit 6, we may feel like, oh, I'm not ready. I need to wait another 3 years before I apply. I tell anybody all the time, when you're applying for a job, if you meet anything on there, and if you're interested in the job and you know you can learn and grow, apply to it because you're only going to be compared to the people in that candidate pool. And if your name is not even in there, you're not even going to be sought after. There are some things, some transferable skills you might have that can correlate, and maybe it's not exactly what they're asking for, but you don't know what's out there until you try. So when you're available, when you've blocked yourself from even getting the opportunity, it becomes a problem. So that's number one. Another
Go ahead,
item
what you
is
got? Go ahead,
perfectionism.
girl. Yeah.
And it's perfectionism. And that really, we hear the word imposter syndrome. And if you've not heard that, imposter syndrome is really, you may feel a couple different ways that I have to do it all and be seen as perfect, right? Imposter syndrome may show up as I'm here in this position and I don't know if I'm worthy of this position. Again, it goes really back to your belief in yourself, believing that you can step up and do the thing that's necessary for you. So when you lean into imposter syndrome of I'm not worthy or I need to show myself as perfect, you are blocking yourself. That's another way to hold yourself back. Now, I'm talking about work, but I'm also talking about life too. When you're in a romantic relationship or in a friendship where you're trying to build and grow, if you're trying to compare on what things should look like, and when it comes to work-life balance as well, if you're looking at someone else's life and it looks like, hey, she's a mother, she owns her own business, she has this corporate career, she's doing it all. You don't know what she's going through behind closed doors. So please don't compare yourself to someone else's highlight reel. You've got to see what's important for you. Prioritize those things as well as figure out what works for you in the season of life you're in. Because what works at when you're 20 may be different in your 30s and 40s. So you've got to give yourself grace and allow yourself, hey, I may not be perfect, but I might be perfect for this next job position. I'm perfect for this relationship. I'm perfect to be a parent that I am. I don't need to be perfect, but I'm perfect for the time right now. And I'm going to always level up and be the next version, better version of myself. So we can always work on yourself. Oh, one of my favorite quotes that just came to mind. You can be a work in progress and a masterpiece at the exact same time. Oh, if we could just lean in on that, you can be a work in progress and a masterpiece at the exact same time. When you're working on yourself, when you're trying and that imposter syndrome kicks in, realize that I'm still a work in progress and I don't need to be perfect, but I am a masterpiece just the way I am. And I believe that I am. And you walk in that. And again, give yourself grace as you're moving through life.
Girl, you dropped so many nuggets right now. Hold on, we gotta get hold on because I got so many notes from this. First of all, the first thing that you had said where I received is how many opportunities we miss out on because we don't even apply for it. We don't even think we're qualified. At the end of the day, we're qualified because we can learn it, right? And so, doggone it. And this isn't anything. Anytime we start comparing ourselves and looking at what other people got and what they don't, what we don't got, and what they, what it looked like, and we say,
Mhm.
I could never be that, or I don't qualify. And you miss out because you never apply for the opportunity, whether it's applying for a job or applying yourself into the business that you said you wanted to start. And then, of course, another thing, you can still be the masterpiece, and would you say you can still be a
A
masterpiece
work
and
in
also be a
progress
work in
at the
progress,
same time.
honey? It's something about being perfectly imperfect, okay? Let me tell you something
Yes.
about God and how He worked with us, okay? And so I love that. And Jacara, I don't know about you, but I've never been inspired by someone who is just I don't that's like a robot, like perfectly together.
Mhm.
Like, have you? Who knows of these stories? I don't think anybody knows those stories of those people who can say, "I woke up and my life was just perfect and it was no problems," right?
Mhm.
And so we have to understand it's a part of the journey. Okay, so now this is the deal. So you got me motivated. I'm inspired. I'm listening to you, and I'm like, okay, girl, you got me. Now I'm ready to get this done. I want to be able to start this business by this time, or I want to be able to, position myself for possibly a raise or even just a new position at my job. I've got a goal. What are the steps though that you believe that we need to take though so that we can start achieving these goals, or even just can we even just say, as far as to call it a dream for some of us, and then
Mhm.
turning that dream into an actual goal? So what are those steps
Yes,
that we
yes.
need to take?
I love this question because for me, it's super simple. It's getting your MBA. Now, I worked hard for my master's in business administration. I did it as a single mom, being new in a career, learning how to navigate it all. But I want to give you the tips in getting your own MBA. Now, M stands for master your thoughts. You've got to master what goes on between your ears. So knowing first that I have to take responsibility for my own life, and I can't blame the man, I can't blame my system, I can't blame my parents, I can't blame the finances. What is it that I have to say right now? To me, usually my thought is today is my point of power. I can't change anything behind me. So whatever I do this today, decide today to move forward, that's what I can focus on. So you have to remove your blaming, you have to remove complaining and that negative self-talk that's happening. You got to do a mind shift and believe that it's possible. But that's B. That's going to take me to my next letter, right? Master your thoughts. Secondly, believe in yourself. You've got to believe you're capable of doing the exact thing you want to do. I believe in vision boards, love vision boards, but I believe people use it wrong. I believe that vision boards can be, and I don't know if it's about you. I know I've done it a few years back, set my vision boards, put everything I wanted up there and looked at it a couple of weeks in a row. And then after a while, I just didn't believe it was possible. So I took it down and put it behind my dresser getting dusty. A few months later, oh, that thing is still back there. Because when you look at it, you really don't believe it's there. So that whole idea of manifestation, there's a belief gap that you've got to overcome. One thing I learned very early on is sometimes it's hard to believe it for yourself. When I was a teen mom, my mom, she was my belief gap because I told her like I mean, it was a rough time being able to try to graduate high school, try to enjoy your life, but knowing that you've been a disappointment, feeling like you're a statistic that you weren't going to make it. I had to lean in. I told my mom, I apologize. Mom, oof, I know that I'm a disappointment to you, but the love of a mother, she said, baby girl, there's nothing that you could do that would stop me from loving you. Those words stick with me some umpteen years later to know that someone else loved me enough to believe in me. There may be a time where you have to believe in the belief of others to pull you to your next step, to pull you out of that dream, to make it a plan so that you can achieve that goal. So believe in yourself. Surround yourself with people who can believe in you, a coach, a mentor to take you to that next step. And that next step is the A, is ask. You've got to ask for help. You've mastered your thoughts. We've gotten out of that negative thinking. We believe in ourselves. We surrounded ourselves with people. But now you've got to ask for help. That's the hardest thing for a lot of people to do, whether it be pride. I know that was my reason. I didn't want to be seen as incompetent or unknowing. So I would refuse to ask for help. But I learned that again, and when you're trying to achieve a goal, someone has already done it for you. Like you mentioned, no one woke up and was perfect. So somebody's gone through what you want to do. If you want to be a hairstylist and open up your own hair salon, you better take somebody out to eat. Say, hey, let me pay for your next meal. I'd love to be able to talk with you. I'd love to be able to get an hour coaching session with you to see what I can do to get what you have. Can you point me to some resources out there? Now, getting help comes in a lot of different ways, but you've got to be willing to let go of pride, get rid of all the thinking, the negative thinking you have about asking. I love what Les Brown says. He says, asking for help is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. So if you want to stay strong, be strong, keep staying strong, you've got to ask for help. So get your MBA. If you want to break those glass ceilings, if you want to shatter all of the things that are holding you back, master what happens between your ears. Believe in yourself and ask for help along the way.
Honey, I was over here taking my notes. I listen. Come on now with it. I loved every single thing that you said, y'all. We got to get out of this space of I can do it by myself. In fact, I don't know about you, Jecara, but I really don't feel that anybody that believes in growth and abundance and moving forward would ever say stuff like, if it is to be, it is up to me, or if you want things done, you got to do it yourself. No, baby, you can't do it. We need people in
Mm-mm.
this world, okay? We have to plug in. And so thank you so much. And shout out to everybody here that has been in the chat. Y'all keep on plugging in the chat. Well, look, Jecara, we're going to be right back with you, okay? So listen, she's got a book that she's going to be talking about with you guys and giving you some additional tips. So make sure that you guys stay plugged in. But y'all know we've got a couple commercials. Listen, if you want to be a part of our Wealthy Wednesday, and if you oh Lord, I'm dropping stuff. But if you would like to also learn more about how you can be one of our sponsors for our second edition of the Author All-Star magazine, listen, all you need to do is go to this YouTube video right here and comment. I will get you a message on how you can be a part of Wealthy Wednesday, as well as be in our next Author All-Star magazine. I am so excited about what we're doing for the second edition, but I'm gonna play a couple commercials and we'll be right back. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Taria Vision Avant, and we help speakers, coaches, and network marketers who are authors or future authors learn how to leverage their books to generate over $10,000 plus per month, week, or day. Listen, if you're an author and you want to be plugged into an amazing community, I want to highly recommend you go check out Author All Stars. And for those of you who host conferences, podcasts, things of that nature, and you're looking for some dope people to interview, authorallstars.com. If you also want to find out about our amazing annual magazine, authorallstars.com. Go head over to the website once we are done with this interview. Check it out. Trust me, there's a lot to do there. You can also see all of the replays from our Wealthy Wednesdays there as well. So head over to, you know it, authorallstars.com. We'll see you guys over there. Deuces.
Hi, what's going on? This is Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills. I love helping Christian women get seen and get paid online. I want you to go and get your free gift. Yes, I said free, honey, but even though I said free, it's going to help you increase your income. And so go to workwithstevie.com. My name is spelled STEVII, increasing income. Okay, workwithstevie.com so that you can go ahead and get your free masterclass that's going to help you increase your visibility, credibility, and cash. Workwithstevie.com. Bye.
Hey y'all, so make sure y'all plug into all of what you guys have seen. But we are here with Jecara Rivera, and I'm about to bring her back on. She has been dropping some major bombs. So make sure, guys, if you know someone that needs this information, go ahead and tell them about our show. AuthorAllStars.com is where you can look at all the replays, our Wealthy Wednesday. And so let's bring on back the guest of honor. Come on, let's bring it back. Yes, Jecara. What's going on, darling? Well, listen, honey, we just was giving a whole MBA breakdown, honey. It was breaking it down for us, giving us some good goals, goal setting strategy, and getting your MBA. And so thank you so much for that. But you know, this is also our show where we highlight authors who are impacting the world with their words. So I know, baby, you got a book or two or three. We working with us. You're gonna have multiple down the line. But tell us about what you have published, and of course, like if you have anything with you, if you want to show with us and all that good stuff. So the floor is yours.
Yes, yes. So I'm a big believer that we just mentioned, if it is to me, it's up to be. If it is to be, it's up to me. That's really the very first step, is that you've got to take responsibility for your life and take a leadership role in every area of your life, self, work, and home. You cannot do it by yourself. You need tools, empowerment, be surrounded by people who can help you get to the next step. But because I believe that, we live in this a lifestyle that we've got to take that leadership role first, I wrote my book, The Leadership Trifecta. It's at the printers right now as we speak, y'all. Leadership Trifecta. It's the successful woman's guide to building courage, confidence, and resilience while balancing self, work, and home. Again, I'm all about that work-life balance. How do we do it all? But it has to work for you. So this guide includes all the strategies that I implemented to create a successful career and home. Again, it wasn't perfect. I had some highs and lows, and the book definitely goes through that. So with that, I have that available, and I'd love to be able to share with you a piece of what's in there, because what's important is in the very first chapter, take 100% responsibility. And this is a section called Permission Granted. When you take leadership and ownership of your own life and your responses, you give yourself permission to change. You give yourself the power to grow. You give yourself the authority to believe. You've gone through a lot. You've seen chaos and cried many tears. You've been disappointed and then succumbed to your fears. But when you begin to shift your focus, you can shift your life. That alone is the power of the mind. That is the power of belief. If the mind is a terrible thing to waste, imagine how powerful it can be when you use it properly. And in this book, I walk through those very steps of how to think correctly so that you can overcome those limiting beliefs, that you can set your habits correctly, that you can set goals and be motivated by it. Sometimes we set a goal and we don't even want to achieve it. How do we pivot and shape those things? So I believe that this book could be super helpful for you, and that for your listeners, anyone that's looking for a way to take control of their life, the leadership trifecta is where you want to be. And I'm looking forward to writing many others, because as I was writing this, I realized, man, I got so much in me. I can write about 12 books. But I'm gonna start with this one and get it out to the masses, because I believe it will change lives. It will definitely transform your life if you're looking and ready for a change.
Absolutely. Come on now. Listen, you know what I always say, Jecara, you write a book to write another book. And in the space of leadership, in the space of growth development, man, there's so much that you can definitely talk about. And I know that you're gonna just impact so many people with this book. Congratulations. I can't wait for you to record yourself when that box of books comes to your house and you open it up. And if you know how to cry on key, do it.
Yes, a little tear, like the
Yeah,
Denzel tear, right? Just one.
just let a little tear fall out. I'm telling you. Okay, you're gonna sell some books. No, but I'm playing, but I'm not. But anyways, well look, so so listen, you are a speaker, you're a coach. Of course, we can tell y'all that she is doing her fizzang. She's doing, as these youngins would say, her big one. I want to know what it is that you actually offer. So if let's just say, okay, this sounds good, Jecara, you sound like my people. You sound like my person. I think I need to work with you. What is it that you actually help women to do specifically? If I was to say, how are you going to help me?
Yes, yes. So I love to motivate and inspire. So we do that through the keynote speaking, whether it's a women's conference, a women's group, or diversity and inclusion activities, where I do a lot of women's group at corporate spaces, just to help to encourage people to step into their authentic self and be able to lead themselves at work and at home. So while I'm doing that, right, you can motivate for an hour, but I want to change lives and transform. That's the purpose of the book. So the book comes alongside to add to those conversations to dig a little deeper. With my coaching, I do even it's like deeper work, right? Because now with coaching, I can talk to you specifically. It's not just a book you're reading some words and get some warm fuzzies. What is it that you need to look at in your life? How do you want to better yourself? What goals do you have? And for those who have lost those goals, who've lost the thought of, I don't even know what I want, my life's been so consumed by everything else, through my coaching, through our coaching together, we're able to move into goal setting and then actually achieving the very thing that you want. My work, I have an online course that I offer as well, and that way people can lean in and get work through a workbook and work with me through the coaching and do that in tangent. A lot of times we have the information we need, we just need someone to hold our hand and help us be accountable to doing the things we know to do. So as a coach, that's what I do. As a speaker, I'm here to encourage you, build you up. And this book is just going to add to that. So you have something on your shelf you can look back through and think and then thumb through and highlight so that you can always have something to remind yourself that, all right, I'm going for the next thing. How do I do that? And remind myself the things I already know. And if I need that coaching, I'm gonna call Jacara because she's gonna kick my butt and make sure I do the thing that I said I was gonna do. So so that's how I help is through the speaking, the writing, and the online courses and coaching.
Absolutely. I love it. And I know that there's definitely some people right now who can absolutely connect with you. And we'll give them the details in a minute, even though they could probably see it hopefully by now on the screen. But one thing, and I forgot to ask Ingrid last week. She's one of our new members. She was on, and I'm sure you saw that. But you are
Yes.
also a part of our Book Profits Club family. And I got to do a shameless plug for the BPC. So if
Yes.
you could, Jakara, tell us, why are you a part of the BPC family? Okay.
Yeah, so that's an easy answer. I mean, the Books Profits Club is definitely that was my accountability. That book had been inside me for so long, but being able to have the support, the people around me, a coach such as yourself, because a coach still needs a coach, because there's things that we've got to birth and push through, and then being able to have that support necessary. I love all of the ideas that come around being surrounded by other people and what they do, but Sharia, this course and this membership has been everything being able to get the tools needed, such as the CRM, right? Being able to use that to help build my contact list, be able to use that to set up my sites and my lead pages, being able to use that for my social media planning. Having that all in one tool, that's alone, even if I don't talk to you, I'm good with the system. I do love you though, because you bring a lot of joy and excitement. And again, you're the coach that everyone needs to kick us a little bit to move us along. But part of this group has been the network, the systems, the tools, and being kicked in the butt every once in a while by Mr. Ria.
Listen, I always like to see what y'all gonna say too. Cause I'll be like, what? I be kicking everybody in the butt. Well, sometimes we have our own private meetings, y'all, on Monday nights, and sometimes the Lord will use me, and I just deposit from Him. I deposit from Jesus. Okay, so I can't help it. But Jecara, listen, you are such a joy, and I love your energy, and I love everything that you are doing right now within the community, and I can't wait for the people to tell us how your words have impacted their world. Jecara, first of all, if you could leave us with something lasting, just something else that maybe you haven't talked about. I don't know what it is. Something pops into you right now that you just feeling like you need to talk about. Go ahead and shoot your shot.
I want to shoot my shot back on the idea that we can be a work in progress and a masterpiece at the same time. I want to leave you with that because that's in every area of my life. I've had to remind myself of that. When I'm in my marriage relationship, knowing that I want to be a better wife. When I'm at work and I want to be a better manager. When I'm with my kids, I want to be a better parent. But when you get stuck on trying to be perfect, you lose your authenticity. When you're stuck on trying to be perfect, you're so heads down that you don't even see the impact that you're making. I want you to know that you are perfectly imperfect. I want you to lean into the fact that I don't even have to be perfect. There is no such thing. So stop striving for it. I want you to know that you're a masterpiece. Stand in your self worth. Know that you are worthy of all the dreams that you have within you. You've got this. As you work on it, you've already got it. So hold on to that. Believe in yourself with all your might, and along the way ask for help. Surround yourself with people who are going to pull you, push you, encourage you to that next level. You got this. Get that MBA and stand firm in your masterpiece.
Amen. Come on, masterpiece. You know what? There's this perfect, this figurine that one of my mentors had at the time. He had bought it for another one of our upline leaders, and it was a picture of a man chiseling himself
Oh,
out of rock. And when you say that, I'm just all I can think about is that like and it's a masterpiece, and you're chiseling yourself out of this rock that almost can seem impossible. And that's because,
mhm.
like you just said, if we're so busy trying to be perfect, then we're missing out on the masterpiece of it all. Because the Mona Lisa is not the most beautifulest picture in the world, but it's this big, like and people come from all over the world to see a masterpiece. And so,
Mhm.
man, I'm getting some chills over here, girl. You better have a whole situation right there. Take that and run. Jecara, I know that you got a goodie for us, some good stuff that you want to allow everybody to grab. Go ahead and share with them how they can get a hold of what you got.
Yes, I cannot come somewhere and not bring a gift. And I truly believe that that confidence is super important in what we do, right? Confidence comes from being able to do the thing, growing from it, getting better at it, and being okay to fail at things, right? And sometimes we lose our confidence, we lose that self-esteem, and we got to build it back up. So my gift for you is how to boost your confidence instantly. This valuable guide is what you'll print out, you'll see, you'll remember, and remind yourself as you go through life. And when you start to feel a little low, pull it back out. And I want you to start using this to boost your confidence instantly. You can get that at jacararivera.com / confidence. jacararivera.com / confidence. Because you deserve to get everything that God has for you. You've got to be confident to ask for it. You've got to be confident to believe in it. You've got to be confident that you can master your thoughts. Sometimes you need a little help with that. Check out the guide, download it, and use it today and every day after to continue to build your confidence so you can move into the next levels of life.
Ladies and gentlemen, wasn't she good, y'all? Come on now. Jecara Rivera in the house. Make sure y'all go and download it. JacaraRivera.com / confidence. Get your download ASAP. If this interview, if this Wealthy Wednesday was good, I promise you, what you get when you download that is going to change your life, okay? And then also, you're going to be able to find out how to get her new book that's coming out, as well as plug into all of her coaching. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another edition of the Wealthy Wednesday show. I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you for everybody that's been watching us live. I see y'all over there in the chat. Make sure that y'all go ahead and please give this video, if you could do me a big favor, do me a big one. go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, and as well as subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're going to start doing some really, really cool things with our subscribers. So make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube and give us a thumbs up. We appreciate you so much, guys, and we can't wait to see you next week at the same place at the same time. Okay? And if you want to see any replays, go to authorallstars.com. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to see y'all next week. Y'all have a great one. Bye for now.